Hello everyone, and welcome to a relaxing long play with commentary on Fantasy Island. Now, I have never recorded a long play on Fantasy Island before. This is part of an ongoing series that my friend Blockdown and I are working on right now. And the purpose of our series is to transform these islands that we are living on into medieval kingdoms. And honestly, I'm running out of time to record videos, but I thought I would record a long play today as there is a very special task that I would like to do. Well, actually, first, I'd like to stop over here at our XP shower and actually just heal up my shovel really quickly because we are going to need to use this quite a bit today. And as for the task in hand, well, this is something that's been kind of highly requested, so I think it's finally time to build a turtle sanctuary. Now, I do have a place in mind kind of already picked out for the turtles, and that's going to be right over here on this little island where there's already a turtle waiting for us. I haven't done much with this island since I torched it up in like episode 1, but I think that's probably going to be the perfect place today because if you didn't know, we have had kind of like a little bit of a history with the turtles on this series. So my friend Blockdown and I have been working on this for about 2 months, and as you can see, we both have islands that we've been transforming. And with that, we're trying to make everything that you might need in survival to survive for a very, very long time. So we've got enchanting, we've got farms, we've got a bunch of different things over there. But the unexpected bonus that we have is so many turtles, and they've been collecting themselves in my boat somehow, stacking up. And I really want to honor them in this world because they have been just such a fun part of my little episodes. I know everyone really loves the turtle stack. And I think it's time to get them out of my boat and get them into their own little cozy place. So yeah, this island is going to be where we're building today. Now heading over here, let me walk you guys through my little idea. So on the map, some people say that this looks like a dolphin. I don't really want to see that, but it does look to me like this could be shaped into sort of like a crescent moon shape. So I think step 1 in building the turtle sanctuary is that I would like to shape this into a crescent moon and remove some of the sand and get it all replaced with grass and remove the shipwreck in the middle. We will build them up like a little bit of a wall as well for protection because I don't want any drowns spawning and then coming up and like, you know, attacking the turtle eggs or anything. And of course, we're going to remove all the trees. And yeah, I don't really have a plan for what we're going to do. I think we're just going to start building and then see what feels right over time. Now, normally in a fresh long play, the first thing I do would be taking down all these trees to get some wood, but it feels so different with one of these hallowed axes because they are so fast at cutting down everything. I think Blockdown told me that they have like a natural haste too, so it basically is like having a beacon, which is honestly kind of a weird feeling when you think about it because normally you'd have basically your fists and then maybe a stone axe to cut down everything until you went and got iron, and even that is so slow. And I think this will probably also be a little bit shorter than the typical long play just because we won't really have to go find where we're going to build. We are already here. But overall, I think it'll be fine, and we'll just have a nice little time building up our turtle sanctuary. When I first started this series, I wasn't sure what I was going to end up doing with this island. I didn't even know if I wanted to include it as part of what I was working on with the main island. But I'm actually so happy with this idea. I think it was suggested on a live stream by a viewer to turn this into the island with the turtle sanctuary, and a lot of people in the comments on the videos had been requesting one as well. I'm also so excited to transform the island into a moon shape. I don't know why, but I am like obsessed with watching those builds on like TikTok or Instagram of people making like moon houses and stuff. And even though this idea is slightly different than building like a whole house or like a moon in the sky, I am still excited to finally build my own moon. Now, I think we'll go ahead here and just flatten out this whole island. Then if we want to add a little bit of height to it, we can always build that up again later. I just find this a little bit easier to kind of get a big visual overview of all the space that we're going to have to work with. And sometimes I find it kind of hard to tell when you've got, you know, shipwrecks and little hills and trees and all sorts of stuff kind of hanging out. But I like the busy work of kind of shaping and remolding your Minecraft world. Even though it's a lot of little tasks that can feel really overwhelming, it's actually, I don't know, really soothing for me. Though I will admit, I did not used to be that way, but something about just kind of removing and placing blocks now is just, it's the best. Speaking of removing blocks, I think we should probably start focusing on getting this part of the shipwreck removed. And I will gladly take all of these pieces of the spruce because I am going to probably be using these in all of the rest of the builds that I have left to finish on this island. Wait, there's the cow stack. Oh my gosh, the original stack. We love you, cow stack. Anyways, I don't think it's actually too much that I have left to finish on the island, but I do have to finish my little village over here that I've been working on the live streams. Obviously, I have to build the castle, and I want to do something over here down by the sniffers as well. I think on stream we were talking about maybe doing a greenhouse. And let's go ahead and dump all of this stuff into our storage. I love this wireless storage thing. This is probably the best thing that we have in this whole mod pack. It's so convenient to just grab stuff out of the terminal as you go, and when you're mining you can just place down your blocks all in there. If your inventory gets full, you don't even have to worry about shulkers anymore, which is like amazing. I've played so much modded this year that I think it's going to be hard to go back to vanilla for the eventual, you know, hardcore season 2. And I'm definitely going to miss things like automated mud farms with the create mod. I don't know how I'm going to get through not having something being able to do that for me. I'm going to have to do it all by hand again. Oh no. Maybe I'll be able to set something up with a crafter. And I think that there are ways that you can farm mud with like complex redstone machines. So maybe I'll try something like that. I don't know. Plus, we're going to be getting the new Pale Garden update as well at some point. I don't know if I've seen anything yet for when it's going to drop, but I'm assuming it'll probably drop sometime before Christmas time. At the time of recording this, it's actually currently November for me, and I am so shocked about how fast time has gone this year. I feel like we were just getting the 1.21 update coming out this summer when I was recording 100 days. And since then, we also had another update, the Bundles of Bravery update, which I haven't even touched yet. In any case, at this time of year, I'm always kind of trying to reflect on what were my goals for this year and did I get even close to accomplishing any of them, which luckily for me, some of them I have. I wanted to get to 100 uploads by the end of the year on my channel, and I actually will get to 100 uploads. I think I'm at like 99 right now. And I also wanted to read 12 books this year, one for every month, and currently I am on track to finish that by the end of December. A whole period where I didn't read that much in the middle of the year, and then I kind of caught back up in October and I read like 5 books. And now I'm kind of just like back to my normal like reading before bedtime. I try to do 30 minutes a day, but sometimes I don't quite make 30 minutes every single day. But I was kind of like taking away some of my reading time, and I was gaming a lot because I recently started playing Palia. Well, started playing it again. I did play on like the very first day of the open beta, and I really kind of liked the game, but it was a little both overwhelming and underwhelming for me because it was like taking so long for some of the things to build, and also there wasn't really that much to do at that time. But now the game's been out for I think a little bit over a year, and it just feels so much better. I'm so glad that I waited. But that does mean I've been spending a lot of time trying to get all of the plushies from hunting, like all the little deers and everything. And also trying to get all my skills to level 10 to get all of the tools upgraded. And not to mention going to Hotpot like every single night so that I can play Hotpot in the underground. It is so much fun. It's kind of like a little rummy-like card game. It's honestly just such a blast, and if you guys are interested in cozy MMOs and if you like decorating like your house and everything, I would definitely recommend checking it out. But it is free to play, and it's on Steam, and it's also on the Switch, and I think it's on Epic Games and a couple of other platforms as well, but you'll definitely have to double check. Besides that, I've been grinding a little bit of the new Call of Duty because I've really been enjoying the zombies mode, and I've been playing a little bit of Warzone and some of the multiplayer with some friends as well. There's also this new co-op kind of like farming sim coming out called Luma Island. It comes out in a couple days, and I'm super excited to try that out as well. And then, yeah, a lot of the other games I've been playing are like, honestly, like Supermarket Simulator and the Card Shop Simulator where you like do the trading cards. That is so much fun. I actually had a dream about the Card Shop Simulator game where I was running the cash register and stocking my shelves like in my dream, which I don't know if that is weird or not. Maybe it's a little bit weird, right? I've also been playing a game where you terraform a planet called Planet Crafter, and that's been pretty fun. Oh, and I played a lot of Core Keeper last month. Core Keeper is kind of like a sandbox open world survival game. It's really, really fun. It's pixel graphics and you fight bosses to like power up your core, and then you can like go fight harder bosses and, you know, explore new areas. It's a really, really fun little cute game. The soundtrack is amazing. I definitely recommend that if you enjoy kind of like basically games that feel sort of like Terraria, but also like Minecraft and Stardew Valley. Let's go ahead and sleep away this night. Not that there's any monsters that are going to be spawning by because we did put the torch back down. But yeah, I just want to get rid of that nighttime so we have some nice, beautiful sunshine to work in. Also, not me yapping like for like 10 minutes straight about video games, but I haven't talked to you guys in a long play in a while, so I just wanted to kind of give an update on like everything that I've been playing and enjoying. But if you guys have been playing new games, let me know in the comments because I am always looking for another awesome game. I'm trying to think of what else has been going on with me this year that I might want to share, but I don't really know. I feel like I just worked a lot all year, except for the summer when it was like super, super warm. You know what just occurred to me? We could have been vein mining this entire time. I mean, it's faster, but it's less satisfying, in my opinion, to vein mine everything. But maybe just to get some of this extra stuff done really, really fast, we'll just vein mine a little bit. We did most of it legitly. I definitely am going to miss vein miner, so I'll take advantage of it while I still can. And of course, I mean, like, I'm gonna miss vein miner when I go back to vanilla. We still have time to use it in this series, of course. Now let's go ahead and put the rest of all of this stuff away, and we're gonna grab out some dirt because I do want this all to eventually be grass. And we'll go ahead and we'll plop this back down in here somewhere. Maybe just there is fine. And then we'll bring over our dirt, and yeah, we'll just go ahead and kind of fill in this whole thing. Although I do think I want to double dirt this because I do think I'm going to put a pond in here at some point. And I also am going to want some torches because I cannot stand the sound of when bats spawn and they're like flying and squeaking around underneath your builds. But a few nicely placed torches is going to take care of that problem for us. We won't have to worry about that. Okay, we'll go ahead and get this little dirt platform that we're building finished up to cover up this hole where the shipwreck was. And then it'll probably be smart to start working on the shape of the island since we're gonna have to remove all of this sand and I don't exactly know where the boundaries are gonna go yet. But let's first just focus on finishing this up and then we'll worry about the shape later. Now, I think that by the time this long play comes out, the last episode will have already come out of the Fantasy Island series with the castle. But I have to tell you guys, I am so nervous to build this castle. I think it's just because I've never built a castle before and it's been like my main Minecraft goal for literally like the last 4 years in a row. And I know that I'm probably just like building it up in my mind to be actually way bigger than it is. And it'll probably be like a breeze once I actually get into it, but I'm so nervous. I haven't even like started planning or anything yet either because I'm going to try to build it without a plan. I really want to get better at kind of just building stuff on the fly, and that's been a big goal of mine this year. You've probably heard me talk about that in other videos. But especially something like a castle, if I can build a castle just on the fly and just place blocks, I will feel like, you know, I have a lot of confidence in my abilities then. So I think beyond planning kind of like a little bit of a build palette, although I mean, I still don't even know what I want to use for the roof. I'm not sure if I want to use bricks. Just because there's a lot of brick now with the brick wall that's over on the vineyard side, and also a lot of the roofs in the main town are kind of made out of the brick and the mossy brick. But I also don't think that I want to do dark oak, so that kind of leaves deep slate. So I think maybe like a stone and deep slate thing could be okay. That's very block down core in any case. All right, that looks good for now. And it's looking a lot more flat on the map, but we do still have, I think, one little log, oh, 2 logs up here. So let's go ahead and grab those and just vein mine all the leaves away. If I could reach them all. And then for now, we can go ahead and put all of our dirt away as well. And there should have been some oak leaves. Yep, there they are. And the last thing before we actually go ahead and start planning out the shape is just getting rid of all of this grass around the edges. We can always come back with a ton of bone meal later since we do have pretty much unlimited bone meal with our mob farm. Oh, hey, turtle. Try not to punch you there, and this is going to be for you, so you just sit tight. And I will be done hopefully pretty soon. Hopefully this doesn't take me 17 hours, but I don't think it will. And yeah, I think this is actually a really, really good amount of space to work with for a sanctuary. And the one thing I am noticing here is this kind of like weird little bulge kind of out. And we are definitely going to have to remove at least some of this, but I'm going to wait until we place down the shape for the crescent before I get rid of all of that. I think that's just probably the smartest thing. And I do have a little hidden tool to help us up my sleeve. But before we get to that, I do want to head over to the village really quickly, as I do think that I want to use some bricks, not only for the roof of the sanctuary, but also I think for the wall, just to keep it consistent. So we're going to need to get some emeralds really quickly. And I can never make it through that doorway and up that ladder without like struggling. I don't know why. Every single time that I come in here, it is always like the struggle of a lifetime. Anyways, hello villagers. I am here to once again exploit your very cheap trades with my farmer hat on. I actually never take the farmer hat off since we got a second one. So Blockdown has one downstairs and then I have one on all the time. I just have it turned off in my settings. I don't think Blockdown really uses my villagers as much as I do, but I am constantly buying bricks from them because I took out so much clay from the Lush Caves in the first episode. And I've basically burned through all of it with all of the dot blocks and all of the bricks that are everywhere around. And over here we have the richest guys in town, my stonemasons. There's only 4 of them, but I swear that this is where 99% of my emeralds go. I always meant to add more of these guys in here, but honestly, I got a little bit lazy, and most of the time I ran out of emeralds by the time they reset for the second time anyways. Also, ignore the fact that it says that I have 3,000 clay in my storage, okay? Because I am running out. I had a lot more originally, but I am running out, okay? I promise. That's actually quite embarrassing because I thought I only had like 1,000, but I guess that I am just overreacting per usual. You know, sometimes that happens, I guess. I've never used this much brick in my entire Minecraft career, so it is honestly kind of one of those things where I'm just always approximating and overestimating how much I need. But if you guys have been watching me for a while, that's probably not a surprise, as I do tend to overgather like literally every single series. I mean, if I have less than like a double chest of spruce in my hardcore world, I feel like I'm running out. And actually, speaking of spruce, we should probably grab some logs while we are here, not in that barrel, but over here in this chest. This has all of our dark oak and spruce that we've been growing in here. I love this chest mod, and I also love the botany pots mod. I am going to miss so many of these mods so badly once we are done with the series. There's just so many little tiny quality of life things that I really, really enjoy about modded that I've kind of taken for granted on this series, but yeah, I guess I'll just enjoy them while I can. And let's go over really quickly down into our basement. Hello, Stinker. Hello, Shadow. I hope you guys are having a good day. Yes, 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 yes. And hello, unnamed copycat cat. I feel like I got this cat with no context, so I'll tell you guys a little bit about the story of how I got that cat. I was exploring a random village and it was just there. So I picked it up and put it in the boat with all the turtles and I brought it home. Oh, and I just realized that what I came down here for was actually moss, but we can access all of our moss inside of our storage system. So I did not actually need to come down here for moss. I am losing it, but you know, that's just what happens when you play Minecraft with Blockdown. All right, so I think we're gonna go over and take this moss to the island, and we're gonna use this moss to actually plot out the shape of the crescent moon. We could really use any block for this, but I like using moss just because you can really like quickly pick it up when you're done with it. Now, earlier I did mention that I made a little bit of a tool to help us. So I did actually build the shape of the crescent moon in creative already with just a moss block outline. And I have brought in just that outline with the mod Lightmatica to help us today. And I can just toggle that on right here to show you. And as you can see, here we have just the outline. And if we go up into free cam, all of those blocks are basically where we're going to place our moss, and it's just going to help us get the shape down and correct so that I don't have to struggle in survival doing that for like a really long time. Now, as you can see, we phased right through the preview block because it's just basically a schematic to help us place the blocks where they're supposed to go. And I think this mod might have like a little tiny bit of controversy around it, but I just want to be upfront and honest with you guys that as a content creator, for me, it's like very, very important that I stay organized. And if I need to plan any of my builds or anything in advance, this mod just really helps me do that. It also helps you kind of preview things in the world if you've built stuff on like a creative flat world before. And also for time lapsing, it's kind of helpful. That way you can get like a nice quick time lapse for your video that's not like 4 hours long, because I've definitely been there before as well. Some people consider Litematica to be a little bit cheaty, but I honestly don't, because it's still my own build that I'm kind of placing down, and it's really just like an outline. The rest we're gonna do in the long play completely like free-handed. So yeah, I hope it doesn't bother you too much that I'm using this, and I hope you guys can kind of understand from my explanation why I wanted to choose this to do. I've never actually done anything like this in my videos before where I show you guys the outline. And I know it's definitely not everyone's favorite or everyone's preferred way to play, but for this video, I am going to be using it in this way just until we're done with the outline, and then I'll turn it off. I am so excited to get this full outline done, and then we can move on to the next phase of building. Or I guess the next phase of island destruction, because we're going to have to like remove a bunch of that sand and grass and stuff on the outside of the moss outline. All right, let's see what this is looking like. Oh yeah, that's a nice curve there. I really, really like that. And I guess I suppose if I was feeling a little bit fancy, I could build up some custom terrain, but that is not actually one of my strong suits. Although I think I might make that one of my 2025 goals, is to get better at custom terrain. I tried a little bit of that on the Bloodlines recipe, but unfortunately no one ever really got to see it because my computer broke and died, and my video footage went with it. So I didn't get to upload my last episode that I had recorded. I was in the editing process because those videos used to take me so long to edit. But in any case, I had built like custom cliffs for my little villager paradise to sit on, and it was like a really, really cool like gradient and everything, and then I just lost it all, so no one ever got to see it. And then I've really never tried again. I guess I just felt like a little bit discouraged, or like, I don't really know what. I think when I came back, I tried to like focus on, you know, my Mizuno's world, my hardcore world, and then it's very, very hard to do like gradient terrain in Mizuno's. Anyways, there we go. We'll turn off our Litematica render, and as you can see, we just have our little crescent moon here now. And I think the next phase of this project, like I said, is going to be the deconstructing the outside part, because we've got quite a bit of sandbanks and some grass out here that we're going to have to take down. This is going to be a little bit kind of weird, I think. So we're just going to go kind of one layer at a time here. But this shovel just like melts through all of the sand. It's like when you first get like an efficiency 5 diamond shovel after you've had like a stone shovel or an iron shovel for so long. That's what it feels like. I think that's probably one of my favorite moments in a Minecraft world. Like, everyone really loves the early game, and I love the early game too. But the sense of wonder and accomplishment when you first get like really good enchanted tools is just like, oh no. Well, there probably goes all of our torches. Oh no. All right, we'll just go down here and try to fix this, put them on the wall in other places. Oh no. Anyways, as I was saying, I feel like getting your first really good diamond enchanted tools is almost better than like when you first get netherite, if that makes sense. Like, getting netherite is like not that big of an update or an upgrade, sorry, but getting those enchanted diamond tools when you have been using just iron or stone is so good. And I truly think that's my favorite moment of the early game, like when you enter into that kind of like mid-game territory. Honestly, and we kind of went over the early game pretty fast with this series because it's just a mini series, but I am looking forward to once again starting a Minecraft series and being in the early game for a little while. Of course, that's easy for me to say right now when I am using like super OP tools, and then when I actually go back to having brand new tools, I'm gonna be like, this is the worst thing I have ever seen. And oh my gosh, there's so much sand in my inventory. Let's get rid of all of the sand here. And we'll put away all the moss blocks as well. And I really want to go ahead and fix this water because this will bother me if I do not fix it. I don't know why. But we'll just go ahead and we'll place down all of our water sources to kind of make all of the water level. I think Blockdown has like an infinite water bucket, and I really wish that I would have gotten an infinite water bucket from the shrine. But the shrine hates me, I think. On the map, it looks a little bit awkward. I might have to take off a couple more layers of the sand so it's a little bit less noticeable. But, I mean, overall, the shape is a lot better. Now let's come over here and do the same thing. Get rid of all of this little extra bit on the sides. I've actually really been in the mood to build in Minecraft lately, and I have been having kind of like a weird month where I haven't had a ton of time to play outside of like working on my videos and working on my projects and stuff. So it's kind of been like weird because I'm really in the mood to actually like kind of keep learning and keep pushing myself out of my comfort zone. And of course, soon the holidays will be coming up for everyone, and everyone will be so busy, and then I'll be like, okay, well, I don't have time to build or anything now either. And we have a little bit more over here to get rid of as well. I think we have some bits and bobs along the entire edge of the whole thing. And then, of course, we're going to have to replace all of the moss and everything underneath with our bricks that we got earlier, because we are going to be making a little bit of a brick retaining wall around this whole thing. Someone said to me once on one of my Twitch streams that once I learned how to make a retaining wall, and then they had me in a chokehold for the rest of my Minecraft career. And they are not wrong. And it's actually kind of funny because before I learned about retaining walls and ever used them, I used to make everything so flat. But I feel like just having a little bit of a retaining wall helps you, you know, create some height differences without doing all the custom terrain, which is my goal to get better at in 2025. At least that's one of my goals for next year. I would also like to, I guess I don't know if it's the right time to talk about goals for next year when I haven't even completed all of my goals for this year, but I think I want to get to 150 uploads on my channel next year. I finally want to go ahead and actually upload on my second channel, my variety channel next year, because I wanted to do that this year with Stardew, but then I got very overwhelmed this summer by the heat and I did absolutely nothing instead. I don't know what I'm going to upload though, because I've thought about uploading some of the trading card shop game, like doing like maybe like 100 days or something. But I'm just a little bit, like, I'm not really 100% sure what I want to do, and I'm not 100% sure, like, what my audience wants to watch there. So if you guys do want to watch anything in particular on the second channel, or have any ideas, please let me know. Some games I have just kind of, like, kept for not content, if that makes sense, but... Alright, there we go. That is looking so much better on the map. Although now we can no longer get up there and I'm swimming instead of flying because I am in the water. Very annoying. Let me go over to the other side. Sometimes the double jump is not actually that helpful. But yeah, I think that this is doable. I like the height of it. I like how it looks, and I think it'll be good for our turtles as well. Can I fly? Yeah, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and sleep through the night. Not that we have to worry about any mob spawning, like I said earlier, because we have that mob torch down below, but just so that we have a nice, beautiful sunshine to work with. And we are going to go ahead. Oh, we only have 23 grass blocks, but I do have some silk touch shovels and stuff. So I think let's go ahead and grab some more grass from one of these like neighboring islands around us. And here we are, neighboring island. And in the interest of time, I am just going to go ahead and vein mine some of these grass blocks. It should give us a stack each time, and I'm so sorry about how loud that is. I will make sure I turn that down in our post-production editing. Because yes, I do actually edit these. I do cut off like the little parts where I might be like staring off into the distance while I look at see what my dog's doing, or you know, sometimes he barks and I'm gonna cut out like the barks, or you know, sometimes I like sneeze in the middle of my sentence and then I go back and I'm like, oh, I've got to re-record that sentence, you know? But yes, I do watch these entire long plays back for mistakes and for just general editing. So, you know, it is quite a process. Listening to myself talk for a few hours straight is not my favorite thing. Also off topic, but that was a very nice view of the island that we just like flew over. But let's go ahead and start getting up some of the sand. Now, I don't think I want to vein mine. I think we're going to just go ahead and take off the top layer because it would be kind of annoying if we accidentally vein mined like down into the bottom part where we don't need to vein mine, you know? And then I'll have to like fill in all the gaps again, and I don't want to do that. I'd rather just take off the top layer. And we are just going to completely fill... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. All right, try not to hit the... Oh, this is going fantastic. Maybe I should not be holding the grass in my offhand. We'll just go ahead and we'll take all of the sand out first. I don't know why sometimes I make things more complicated than they need to be for myself. Like having the grass in my offhand while I was trying to place it. Like I could have just had it in my regular hand. Let me know if you guys are also just kind of stubborn like that, because I'm like so stubborn that I'm like, all right, it didn't work, but I will make it work because I've already committed to this. You know what I mean? All right, that's pretty much everything over on this side completely removed. So I think let's go ahead and just put down the grass at this point. And I don't think we've talked about the new update that much. So I just want to ask you guys, how are you feeling about the Pale Garden drop? Are you guys excited for it? Are you nervous? The creaking kind of scares me a little tiny bit. I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm super scared, because I think during the daytime, or if you like break the heart from the trees, right, that they can't bother you anymore. But what if you are living in a Pale Garden or around a Pale Garden and then there's just a creaking in your house? Like that's what I'm concerned about. It's also kind of like a scary and super creepy mechanic that they've added. Like I thought the warden was pretty scary, but this is definitely gonna feel very, very eerie and scary when you're there. But the white wood, I'm so excited about. Actually, I have wanted a white wood for so long in Minecraft, and now we are finally getting it. Now with Mizuno's, we had the double birch slabs, which was, you know, like the closest that we'd come without, you know, a lot of like modded trees and stuff. But I am very, very excited to have a white wood, white planks, white stripped logs. I'm so excited. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to incorporate the new blocks into the next theme of my next world, though. Because I do think I want to do a couple of different little themes in my next world. I have some stuff that I've been thinking of in the background. I really want to do something with like enchanted forest kind of vibes. I mean, maybe like not as my main base, but like nearby my main base, like there's like a magical enchanted forest where you can, you know, walk through, and there's like big, you know, mystical and whimsical lamps. Like think of like a big tulip lamp or like a lily of the valley kind of lamp, you know? But yeah, those are kind of like the ideas that I am thinking of for my next world. Because I really want the cottagecore slash fairycore aspect to still be there in my builds, even if I'm not going to be using Mizunos anymore. I am very, very sad that the texture pack isn't getting updated, like I had mentioned before, but I'm also excited for a new challenge and a new adventure. So I hope all of the Mizunos enjoyers on this channel are excited as well. And don't worry, Mizunos won't be like going away fully. I am planning on doing a 100 days with Mizunos pretty soon. I'm thinking about doing some kind of maybe like a village transformation, like a cottagecore village. I think that would be fun. I literally have probably like 1 million things on my to-do list, and cottagecore village transformation with Mizunos is one of them that has been there for a while, so I think I'm finally going to do it. In any case, let me get this finished up and then I will come back with more stuff to yap about. All right, there we go, all finished, and let's go ahead and take a look at this on the map. Oh yeah, that is looking so clean. I love the shape. Sorry about the little break from yapping. Sometimes I like to rest my voice, especially on these kind of long recordings where I'm talking a lot, because I've actually like hurt my throat before from talking too much, which for me kind of seems like an impossibility. Like, I have always talked this much my whole life. All right, so we're gonna kind of do kind of like a 2 birds 1 stone thing. So both of my shovels are a little bit low, so we'll heal up some shovels and also get some more emeralds, because I'm sure I'm gonna need them at some point in the future anyways. We always have our XP shower, which we can use if we want to as well, but I think this is kind of more beneficial to us right now just because we are going to need some more emeralds. Oh, I forgot to do my other shovel. That's okay. We will worry about that at another day. I was just completely on autopilot there. I wasn't even thinking. Let's put away all of this extra stuff, and while we're here, we'll go ahead and get some more bricks as well. Hello, stonemasons. You guys are the most rich villagers I have. Even more so than my librarians, which normally my librarians are the most rich because I'm always buying lanterns and stuff. We'll just go ahead and put all of those away and take out the bricks that we have. I don't know if this is going to be enough bricks for the entire thing, but we have 2,000 bricks in our storage, so we can always craft more bricks if we need to. The other thing we're going to need to go do is actually go down into the caves and grab some andesite, because I don't have that much left for our polished andesite slabs that we put on top of our brick wall. So I just want to quickly go ahead and find a little bit of a patch, because yeah, there's some right here, and we can just grab some from this wall really quickly. Wow, even with the speed and regen beacon, the extra mining speed from the skills mod really makes the diamond tools feel like we have a haste 2 beacon as well. This is wild. And that's probably more than enough already, but I cannot stop being so mystified by how fast this mining is. Oh yeah, 3 stacks will turn into more, but while we're down here, we might as well get a little bit more because I don't know what we'll need in the future. And you guys know me, if I have like less than like a double chest, I'm like, oh gosh, I have to go mine. But we will end it there for now. Let's head back up and go ahead and work on our island wall. And we'll put away the silver and the diorite and stuff. We don't really need all of that. And we'll just gently float on our double jump glide over to the wall. And how are we going to do this? Are we going to do like an all 3 thing, or should I just replace the moss and then come back and do the other part later? I feel like that might be the better way instead of going all the way down. Yeah, maybe we'll do it like this. I guess we could have just placed the bricks the first time in the moss outline, but I just wanted to make sure that I was gonna like the moss outline first before we really did it. Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. This is probably gonna happen 100 more times for anyone that's actively watching. I'm so sorry. This is probably hard to watch. But for those of you who are actively watching, I hope that you're enjoying me misplacing all of my blocks just per usual. I don't know if many other people are doing this, but I feel like my mouse and my brain are going a million times faster than my actual reflexes. And I am constantly misplacing blocks on accident. And I just wanted to make sure that that was right, but it does appear that the wall was correct there, so it looked a little bit weird to me, I'm not gonna lie. We'll just do this whole one since we're there. There are a few things so satisfying to me in games as when you are breaking a moss block and it just immediately breaks, and you can just kind of get rid of your scaffolding or your outline really fast and then place down what you actually wanted to use. I desperately want to be one of those people who can just be like placing a block and be like, yep, that's exactly where it goes. But I often have to use a little bit of a guide for myself because I feel like I have a very visual brain and I need to actually see it before I can decide if I actually liked it. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. And we'll just go ahead. Yeah, actually, let's just fill that right there and then go up. Sir, Mr. Turtle, don't you see that we are building you a turtle sanctuary? Please come here. You belong up here in the turtle sanctuary. Well, it's not finished yet, but it will be finished soon. I'm working on it right now. Let's go ahead and place you up there. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to place you in between the bricks and the moss. Let's go on this side. Is there a way that we can get up here? Okay, let's break that really quick. Nope, come back here. All right, and here you go, buddy. There is your little new home. You're just gonna swim up over the top of this, aren't you? Yep. Well, swim, I meant crawl, but now you can swim, I guess. Don't you want to be in here? In the water? Nope, I guess you want to be out there in the water. Come on, buddy. Don't you want to stay in the turtle sanctuary? What kind of turtle sanctuary is it going to be if the turtles don't even want to be in there? Alright, well, that's your business. When it's really cool in here later, don't call me to let you in because I won't be letting you in. Silly turtle, doesn't even have any friends. Doesn't even want a home to make friends in. I don't think we're at the halfway point yet, and this is taking quite a while. I apologize. I got distracted by that turtle nonsense. Let's go ahead and just bring this down a little bit. I don't know yet if I want to take it all the way down, but we will go ahead and bring it just to under the water. Oh my gosh. There we go. Let me grab that water. And might as well just fix this since we already have a little bit of it done. Now back to placing bricks. I really actually wish that the mossy bricks that we have in this mod pack were a thing in regular vanilla Minecraft. I think mossy bricks just make sense, but also not to mention mossy deep slate. Mossy cobble deep slate and mossy deep slate bricks would be incredible. I wish that Minecraft would add that. And like deep slate and moss were added in the same update, so I don't know why they didn't get a mossy deep slate variant to begin with. I can't be the only one that feels this way, right? Wait, I have messed up here, but that should be right. I did not mean to do that with one just kind of hanging over like that. That was my... Oh no, I forgot about the underneath part. Oh my gosh, I'm probably going to do this like 100 more times. And I think now we're just about at the halfway point of the crescent being done. Although this side does seem a lot smaller, so maybe we were already at the halfway point. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is my first time ever playing Minecraft, so don't judge me. It's starting to look good on the map though, although you won't be able to see the red on the map, unfortunately. It'll be the color of polished andesite, so it'll be like a stone gray color once we are all done. I am glad that we went and got some more bricks because I do think we might end up needing them here. Especially if this is going to be at least 3 blocks tall all the way around. And I think it was just over 2 stacks to get the 1 layer up. And I also want to use bricks, I think, for the structure that we build today on the Turtle Sanctuary Island. Now, this is probably going to be very, very annoying because we're going to have to be in the water while we're mining all these blocks, and I always just kind of find that a little bit annoying. But let's try to get all of like one side first, and then we'll come back and we'll do the other side. So let's do all of this. Oh my goodness, I'm already breaking blocks that I don't mean to break. I think it's going to look good though. I really, really like it so far. I don't think it's going to be very weird looking. I think it'll kind of match the main island and make it feel a part of the main island. Especially because of all of the brick that we've added over on that side. Yeah, let's just get rid of all of that. And we can get rid of all of this as well. So let's see here. We're going to bring this down. I don't know if we're going to bring it down any further than that. We'll go ahead and get rid of all of this. Oops. I'm breaking grass blocks. Let's just go ahead and fix that. Oh, apparently it was just 1 grass block? I don't know where the other one went. I definitely broke 2 there, right? Or maybe I missed a spot? I don't think I missed a spot though. Alright, let's go ahead and get all of this side done at the bottom. And luckily we have not broken into our torch chamber underneath, so we are still good there. Although I think we are coming up to the torch chamber. We'll just try to go slowly here and, well... I don't know if there's really a way to prevent this from happening. I guess we'll just kind of try to place some more, but this is probably not even going to work. This is probably a lost cause, to be honest. I am going to end up 1000% breaking in here again. But you gotta try, right? You gotta try at least. And get all of that done. Maybe we can just be quick about it if we just do like 1 piece at a time and then it won't make a difference. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I thought we were past it. I really thought we were past it. Never mind. I thought we were good. just a little bit more to go on this side. Then we have just the long side left, and we are pretty much almost out of bricks. We have a stack and 6 left. So we'll just craft up a couple of more. And then we won't have to probably worry about that for the rest of the time that we are at least doing this part. We might have to craft more later for the structure. As I mentioned, I do want to use brick for the roof of the structure. I don't really have any like specific ideas. I kind of think I want it to be sort of like semi-circular shaped. I think that's something that's also on my to-do list to get better at with Minecraft, and I've been trying recently to build circles. I started last year with my panda sanctuary over on Castaway's SMP, and that was like one of the first kind of circle-ish builds that I had ever made. And then recently over on my hardcore world on Twitch, where all the VODs are on my VODs channel, by the way, if you guys are interested in watching more froggy content, do note that the Twitch VODs are a little bit cursed and not family friendly. So if you are watching with younger folks, or you prefer me when I'm not a potty mouth, then yeah, absolutely do not go over to the VODs channel. But in that world, I've been experimenting with a lot of Mizuno's shapes and colors, and I also recently built a nice little circular library there. And if you are interested in watching anything from that world, like I said, the VODs are always up, and I do plan on starting to stream again on Twitch pretty soon. I took a little bit of a break this fall because I was, well, honestly, I was kind of going through some stuff in my personal life, so I just needed to put something down so that I could focus on YouTube when I had the time to focus on anything, if that makes sense. I'm hoping in the next few weeks, as things continue to keep settling down, that I'll find the energy and the time to stream a little bit more. Also here on YouTube too, because I did plan on streaming every single week of the project with Fantasy Island, but I ended up waiting for a while to start streaming because I just wasn't quite ready, and honestly the village project took me so long to finish up, and then all the create parts for all of the different, you know, XP farm and stuff, that took me a while to figure out. I was crying, screaming, throwing up in the bathroom. But honestly, I feel like I'm finally starting to understand create, and well, the modded Twitch world is actually having create. I'm gonna start building some create farms over there. Once we're going back to it, I had started a viewer project before I had, you know, stopped streaming. It was called Viewerville. It was a viewer village project where my, you know, channel viewers could submit their channel points to have a custom house built in the little village in my cottagecore town, and everyone gets to help me choose their blocks a little bit. So it's very, very interesting seeing all the different houses and all the different styles and palettes come together. But it's been fun as well. And all of the houses are completely free-handed, and I'm building everything in that world on the fly, except for one single like farm that I built from a tutorial. It's basically like an aesthetic mob farm, but that's because I was building it very, very close to my base, and I wanted it to look nice. I didn't want it to be one of those big cobble boxes in the sky kind of thing, you know? But I feel like in particular, building in that world has really, really helped me get more and more comfortable at building on the fly. And that was, like I mentioned, a big part of one of my goals for this year. Besides, you know, the 100 uploads on YouTube, which we are close to, building on the fly is something that I really want to be able to do without, you know, having to see everything in front of me. Hello, Mr. Drowned. Goodbye. Because I feel like taking the extra time to see something before you do it is also sometimes like time consuming, right? And I accept that my, you know, brain is very visual, but I'm just trying to practice and get a little bit more confident in my skills outside of that. And I think that was the last little bit, right? I think we just yapped our way into having a full brick border around the entire island. So we can go ahead with our polished andesite slabs now. I just love the contrast between polished andesite and the brick. And polished andesite is something that I always use on top of my retaining walls. You guys have probably noticed that from the other series that I've done. I think we did this not only in the Clovervale series, but also on my 100 days as well. I feel like they just look like such a structured like top, if that makes sense. It's like almost like a countertop, but Maybe a countertop is the wrong word. But I don't know, they just bring so much structure to a build. I really, really enjoy polished andesite slabs. And you know, I'm not a big fan of actually the polished blocks that much. But in this context, I like them. I just don't like how harsh the border is. I wish that it was a connected textures thing, but also it might look weird if it was a connected textures thing. I can't really decide how I feel overall, but I do prefer regular andesite and regular granite and regular diorite for sure. And actually, granite was something that I considered adding to the brick walls, but it just looks too different and too chaotic for me. And let's go ahead and get some of this andesite into the stone cutter and make some more polished slabs. And we don't quite need that many, I don't think. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll have to make a couple more, but we still have 30, so we are looking good. Oh, I don't know. It's going to be close, I think. We're fine. Okay, perfect. We had 2 left. Well, now that that's all done, let's go ahead and open up our storage system. We're going to go ahead and put away all of this stuff. And on the map, it is looking very, very nice, very complete. We love to see it. I don't know why, but I always check my map like a million times, so I'm so sorry if I just like randomly open it with like no context. I just like to look at it. I actually so much prefer that to how it looked like, what, an hour ago? I can't believe we did all of this in an hour, by the way. It's looking better, but you know, I am considering where the stairs may end up going, or I'm sorry, a bridge may end up going over to the other side. I don't know if we're going to do that today, just putting it out there, but I am going to just try to prepare a little bit. Because if we're going to think about like location-wise, let's say, what are we going to have actually on the Turtle Sanctuary Island? I'd like some flowers for them. I'd like a little pond. I'd like the actual sanctuary building thing. Yeah, I think those are definitely 3 things that we're going to need. I mean, it is still quite a small island, so I don't know if we'll have that much extra space for anything else, but we can see after we build up some stuff and see what else we'll need to put on there. Now, let's go ahead and grab some mud as well. Sorry, I cut right here because I stared into space for like 5 whole minutes and I completely forgot what I was doing, but I did grab some mud. It's in my storage system now. And we don't have that much glass, but I do have a bunch of sand and I do want to go ahead and smelt that really quickly before we start building because I do want to use glass on the Turtle Sanctuary. Now let's go into our create workshop over to our bulk blaster. Now, I mean, if you were fancy, you could have this on belts, but I just have a block stopping it because I am very lazy. And belts tend to get a little bit laggy, and I do have quite a few belts with the XP farm and the mud farm already. And let's go ahead and set up our white dye in here because we are going to dye our glass white. I do love white stained glass. That's probably like my most toxic Minecraft trait. Well, besides the villagers, maybe. Maybe that's a little bit worse, yeah. But if I'm using glass, I'm going to dye it white. I don't know why. I just prefer it over the regular Minecraft glass. I don't know what the specific reason for that is. I actually would also rather do like either a light blue or like a brown instead of, you know, the regular glass in like windows. But I feel like I most often do white just because it's easy with bones to get. And then we should have a glass blower in here that I crafted up when I was building the village on stream. So I want to use this vertical striped glass, and I think that's going to look really, really nice. It's going to kind of give it like a conservatory vibe, I think, a little bit. Hello, puppies. You guys will have your own room in the castle, I promise. But I think we should go start plotting out the shape of our turtle sanctuary. So I'm going to grab some cobblestone because I don't plan on using cobblestone in the build at all. So I like to usually kind of grab a different block that I'm not going to use so that I can see it more easily and also vein mine it if I have to. And I do want to kind of make a little circle shape as I mentioned. I guess I could have also used moss for this, but I just, for some reason, grabbed cobble instead. Now, on this side, it is touching the wall, which would normally bother me, but I just don't really think I have any other option because of how... Oh, whoops, did not mean to do that. How small this space is kind of just like forcing that to happen. And it almost touches the wall on this side, so... Yeah, I guess that's fine. It was going to be open on all of the different sides anyways, so... I like this shape. It's sort of a circle. It's kind of like a weird circle, you know? But it looks circular enough. Yeah, I think we'll go with it. I think that this is going to work out just fine. Now, the next thing I want to do is grab some barrels. And 22 is probably going to be enough, I hope. Oh, we don't have that many beams, but we do have a lot of spruce logs, so we can go ahead and use our sawmill here. And we can go ahead and type in beam. And there we go. We've got beams. Let's just make a couple of extra barrels. I mean, a stack of extra barrels. I'll probably use them at some other point. And I want to go ahead and make some other spruce components as well. So I want to make some of these supports. I don't know how many we'll need, but a stack should be fine. And then let's go ahead and get some slabs. Again, a stack should be fine for now, but we can always make more if we need to later. Grab some stairs, and then of course I'm gonna also get some trapdoors too. And that should be a good amount of materials to start with here. And now basically on where the doorways are gonna go, we're gonna place a barrel, and then in the kind of middle spots, we'll put a barrel as well where it's only one cobble. And those will be where our beams are going to go for the build. Now the other spaces are either going to be empty because there'll be an opening, or it'll be glass. Now with those barrels down, we'll swap our hand, and then we'll go ahead, not into the barrel, but putting our beams on top of it. Although I do think I don't want it to be quite that high. I think only 3. And once we get this done all the way around, then we'll move on to the next part, which will be the glass. And we're gonna make the whole thing 3 high, and then plus the barrel will be 4 high total. There we go. 2, 3. Oh, I totally missed that one. I didn't even realize that. Whoops. And then 1, 2, and 3. There we go. So then we'll go ahead and place our glass like I said. Oh my gosh, I am completely messing this up. But that's what we're going to do in the middle here. This will be just the glass. This glass also gives me like greenhouse glass from real life vibes, but I feel like in Minecraft it looks so busy. So I never want to use this glass in my greenhouses. I don't know why. I often worry that some of the chipped stuff is too busy, and that's why I don't use it as much as I might like to. Although I do love a good chipped planks for the floor, you know? All right, there we go. Everything open. Well, now everything's open. Grab all that cobblestone from off the floor. And here is the basic structure that we are going to be using for our sanctuary today. Now, I do want to go ahead and do our typical kind of, archway into the center with the beams. And we'll go ahead and do one over here, and then add the trapdoor, and the trapdoor on that side as well. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and rearrange my inventory a little bit because I kind of want to try to make a little bit of a peak coming up over the edge of the beams. So we're going to go ahead in with these spruce supports, and we're gonna get these on all of the faces of the logs. I don't know if I want them what have I done? Whoops. Okay, I did not mean to do that. Anyways, I don't know if I want them on the sides of the main beams like going in, but maybe something like that instead, kind of like holding up in the same direction. So let's go ahead and get that done on every side. All right, there we go. And I'm just considering here, is that really enough space to kind of walk through? If I'm going to have a pathway through, should we just close it off? Honestly, I'm kind of team close it off. And maybe we can connect it to the other glass that's already there, like right here. Although, I think it might be better if we leave that open just so it kind of matches a little bit more. I don't love it, but I think with a pathway, it's probably going to be a little bit difficult to navigate. I guess the worst thing that happens is if I don't like it later, I can always remove it, but I'm going to go ahead and connect all of the supports except for in the middle with our slabs. So in the middle of the openings, that's where we're going to create that kind of like arch peak thing that I was mentioning. And it's probably going to be easiest if I just go ahead and put in a line of bricks here that we can use as our backdrop on that, because I sometimes have a hard time placing the, blocks when I don't have something to place it against. So we'll bring that up with the slabs, and then in the middle, I think we're going to want to do a stair. Just kind of make a little bit of a shape there. And then underneath that, let's hang a lantern. And that way this stays nice and lit up for our turtles. And that will be basically how the little archway looks, or the little peak, I'm sorry, looks in the middle. A little bit of the brick is exposed, but I kind of don't mind that. Whoops, did not mean to place that sideways. How am I going to place this? Well, I guess from underneath, that's a lot easier. But yeah, I don't mind that the brick is exposed there in the middle. I actually kind of like that. And we'll just go ahead and do that on all of our sides here. And I have misplaced that slab on the right. Whoops, that is not correct. But we'll put down our stairs first if I can place it. Oh my gosh, I placed it upside down. I don't understand why placing stairs in Minecraft is so hard. It is the hardest thing in the world to place stairs. They literally go in any direction except for the direction that you want them to go. Then we'll bring up our extra 3 bits of the brick, and that time I could place it just fine. SMH. And just taking a moment to admire here, well, not really admire, but just kind of reflect. I think this is a good start to our sanctuary. So let's go ahead and try to build up a little bit here with our bricks on top of our beams and our glass. We will have to come back in with some slabs and stuff later for shaping, I'm sure. But for now, we're just going to kind of build up with our full blocks. And I am so sorry if I don't talk that much through the next little bit. I'm going to have to think, and sometimes I can't think and talk at the same time. Maybe pull one out like that. I think that might look a little bit more natural than what I was going to do with just putting one behind. So that would be like that on this side. But yeah, I really struggle with thinking and talking at the same time, which I really feel like I shouldn't, but especially on when I'm trying to do something new, I definitely have to, kind of rein myself in a little bit, All right, let me focus here, and then I will talk to you guys in just a second. All right, I think I'm finally starting to kind of get my groove here a little bit. Sorry to come out of nowhere with my voice again, but I feel like I am kind of knowing what I want to do, but I don't want to make this into a full dome roof. I kind of want to do like a little bit of a peak, like pointing out at the top. I don't really know how to explain it that well, but I hope that you guys understand what I mean. Well, when I'm done, you'll probably understand what I mean. But trust me, we're going to trust the process here. We're going to trapdoor on the top of this just for a tiny little bit of, you know, this part coming up, if that makes sense. And then I think at this level, or maybe just like a half slab up, we can go ahead and start the like pointed peak thing that I was talking about. So right here above our little trapdoors, let's go ahead and fill that in with brick, not above the trapdoor, but behind it. And that's going to kind of give us a little bit of a square shape, which I'm not the biggest fan of. So we're going to have to kind of curve that over, I think. And let's go ahead and start with the glass here, because I definitely am going to want to do glass against that, I think. And maybe one there. Hold on, I'm trying to think about how this is going to work in my brain. So the beam would be sort of behind that like one bit. So yeah, this works. This works. Okay, okay, okay. I was thinking about this correctly. I'm sorry. I don't really know how to enunciate what I'm doing, but I sort of get it in my brain. Oh, and also this is a good opportunity because I just realized it's been just over an hour since we started this long play. So everyone make sure that you have something to eat, take your meds, you know, sleep if you must. Make sure you stay hydrated and take care of yourself today, okay? Taking care of our bodies is sometimes so stressful and overwhelming, especially with everything else that we have going on. So I hope that this is a good reminder for you to do just a few moments of taking care of yourself. I think I'm actually going to take a break pretty soon because I would love to have some tomato soup right now. I don't know why specifically tomato soup, but that is what I am craving. So I need to go see if I have the veggies to make that in my fridge or not. I probably don't, but then I can send my partner to the store for it because I don't want to go. It's too cold out there. Oh, we are out of glass. Okay, so let's go ahead, place down our glass blower, and we're going to need to get our little wireless terminal so we can get some more glass. We don't have any more, though, so we can make more, though. And there we go. Craft up a stack of that. I don't think we'll need more than a stack. But we can always uncraft it back into regular glass later if we need more. But here we go. Let's go continue on placing all of our blocks down. I don't know if you guys ever listen to music while you're building in Minecraft or while you're playing, but I am currently listening to the Stardew Valley soundtrack, and it is so lovely. That summer song is so, so good. It just makes me so happy. Like, genuinely, I put this song on sometimes when I'm like trying to clean because it gives me so much energy. And I'm trying to be really chill and relaxed right now because I know that a lot of people watch these long plays because they are relaxing and chill, but this song gets me very hype. Now let's go ahead and get these brick slabs here, and we'll just bring those up kind of around the rest of the glass, just like we did on the front of the glass. And that should help that hide that awkward kind of spot there. And yeah, there we go. That is better. All right, and let's take a little step back and see how our shape is looking so far. And yeah, I think that that looks good. Maybe a little bit of smoothing can be done with some slabs, but we'll worry about that later when we're going to be going in and adding some like mossy bricks and moss and stuff as well. I just really want to get the shape of the build down right now. All right, and we're going to get all of our spruce stuff back out so that we can figure out how to make this roof here. I think it would be cool if in the middle we could also get another lantern hanging. So we might have to put something, maybe like a trapdoor in the middle of these. I don't know if I'm going to like that, but let's try it at least. And we'll do that all the way around and then take a look at how it looks once it's all put together. You know, honestly, I think I'm just going to decide to roll with it and we'll just go ahead and start slabbing up this whole top. And if I don't like it at the very end, I will just remove it. But yeah, let's go ahead and trapdoor in between. That one has the trapdoor already. This one still needs it. And yeah, then we have got to bring over our slabs just like we did on the bottom area. And hopefully we're not going to break that again. And there we go. We had just enough slabs. That was perfect. Then we can run through and put down all of our lanterns. Well, all of our lanterns made it seem like there were going to be so many. There was only 3. But yeah, that is looking much better. And I kind of like that. It keeps it lit at the top as well without the light coming from inside. And it looks good on the map. As mentioned, I cannot stop opening my map for no reason. But now let's go ahead and craft up some more bricks because I'm going to need to build up this little middle section. And once again, my brain will probably shut off while I'm doing this, so I totally apologize if I'm going to be a little bit quieter than I normally am in these long plays. But sometimes your brain just has to focus on what it's doing rather than worrying about, well, I guess yapping, right? I think I almost want to take this to a point where I can actually like tower roof. But I don't know if this is gonna be correct. I don't know if that's gonna be the right height. Maybe. Pull it down one. I don't really know what I'm doing. And this is why I normally don't think. Or normally don't talk because I'm thinking. And this is why I have such a hard time getting things done on stream, which is why we do easy projects on stream, because I cannot talk and think at the same time. I'm a distracted girly. That's not too bad. All right, let's go ahead and get some walls here. That way we can kind of make this little shape up towards the top a little bit better. A little bit more smooth. Oh, I did not want to do 2 there. My bad. And I think we'll go ahead and add a couple more of these down here just to help that shape a tiny bit more. I don't know if I want to add any more. Let's just take a look. That's not too bad, I don't think. But maybe just a couple of slabs. I think just adding a couple of these every now and then around these parts is going to help shape this a lot more nicely. Okay, let's go ahead and pop into free camp now that I fell down. And yeah, that is so much better. That is a much nicer kind of like slope up. While we're down here on the ground floor, let's go ahead and get rid of all the cobble inside that we used earlier while we were placing down all of our brick blocks. I'm currently kind of brainstorming what I want to do with this little bit of an interior in here. So I think maybe having like a little bit of a pond or like a safe area for the turtles to lay their eggs would be nice. We don't really have a ton of space in here for anything else, truly. All right, let's open this up here and grab some of our flowering azalea leaves. Although we don't have that many left, I do want to try to scatter some about over here. As you guys know, placing oak leaves is one of my main personality traits, but also azalea leaves ever since they came out. And I just love how they look with bricks. They look so warm and comfy and cozy. I personally don't think there's such a thing as too much leafage, but you know, to each their own. And we can go ahead and put some flowering leaves here along the bottom. Oh, I really love that. Just some flowers that are kind of peeking in through the glass. Whoops, did not mean to open that up there. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh. If there are flowers or leaves right on the edge, that means that the turtles will be able to go up on top of the wall. So we'll have to put something else there. I wonder if we have any sunflowers? No. Oh, that's right. I used them all in the backyard on a live stream. So we can go grab those from right up over here behind this little house. Oh, poor kitty slippers. And then let's go ahead and bone meal up a bunch of these sunflowers because I do want to put a little bit of a sunflower patch on the Turtle Sanctuary Island. Maybe we can just fill this entire like little corner here with sunflowers because they are facing the right way. And I don't know how far we should bring these out. Maybe to like here-ish? I don't want to like fill it too much and have it be too overdone, but that's kind of cute, right? Just a little bit of a sunflower patch. Oh, but I wonder if what we could do, instead of doing the kind of border of leaves that we would normally do, I wonder if we could do like these copycat slabs and then put the leaves inside the slabs to kind of help this out and give this also a little bit of a border. Oh, it's good that the leaves actually do go in the slabs. I wasn't sure if they would because they're not a full block. But that is kind of cute. I do kind of like that. We'll roll with that for now. And I'm opening my map for no reason again. I just like seeing the colors on the map, honestly. I think that's what it is. I'm like a toddler. I'm just like, yes, all of the different colors are so amazing. All right, just taking a second to think about the next thing I want to do. And that was not my terminal. I would like to grab some dirt. And I think I'm also going to grab some oak logs as well, and you'll see why in a moment. Let's put away most of this other stuff that we don't need anymore. Oh wait, I just realized that I accidentally put away my dirt. I didn't mean to do that. All right, let's go and get that back. All right, and then I need some azalea. And I just think growing a couple of azalea trees here would be super, super cute. But I think we're going to make these a little bit taller than the traditional kind of azalea tree. I just want them to be a little bit more grown up. And I realized that I forgot my bone meal. So let's just go ahead and make some out of our bones. And there we go. Okay, so there we've got a pretty like tall tree. And then we can kind of build it down a little bit with our other oak logs. And this is going to be what we do instead of building palm trees, because I would like to build palm trees one day, but custom trees are not something that I have on my agenda today or tomorrow, maybe 2025. Maybe I should try to make 2025 my year of custom stuff, custom terrain and custom trees. I don't know if I like that there. Yeah, I think that that might not be the best fit for a tree. I don't know. Let's maybe try in a different location. Yeah, like over here might be a little bit better for a tree. I won't do it right on the border because that would be a little bit weird. There we go. That's better. Just a better place for a tree, I think. All right, and then let's go over here and make another tree in kind of the point of the crescent moon. And don't forget to put our extra little bits of oak wood. I actually like that one. That one is very sweet. Now, if we're looking at the map, it looks a little bit empty on this side, so we definitely need a couple more trees over here. So we'll do like that one, I think. That's fine. I don't know, the shape of the azalea trees sometimes is kind of questionable. And then let's maybe do one more over here. Yeah, that's pretty good, I think. And then maybe we could do that one kind of diagonally. Yeah, I like that a lot. All right, and let's go ahead and start plotting out a little bit of a temporary path for the people who are going to be visiting the turtle sanctuary. We want to make sure this path is kind of defined throughout the whole thing. That way they don't like go off into the grass or anything. Let's continue the pathway in through, I guess, this section, and then maybe over here towards this point of the moon. Yeah, I think that will be good. Not going to worry about the inside now, but let's go over here, and at some point we'll have to kind of make it over to the other side, but I'm just going to put down something very temporary that we can always change later, because I eventually want to build a bridge there, like I mentioned, but I just don't know if I'm going to do it in today's episode. It's going to kind of depend on where everything falls at the very end of, you know, finishing up the main island, so I'll probably save that to be like one of the very last things that I do. And this here is going to end up being a outdoor pond for our turtles. Now, we are going to have to kind of work on this and shape this up a little bit better than what we currently have going on. But just stepping back, trying to visualize, I think I like that placement. So I think let's go in here with some sand and kind of, well, we're going to have to, oh gosh, yeah, there's a torch there. So we're going to have to move that. And then we're going to line the bottom of this with sand. I don't want to use grass or dirt here because I want it to look like a little sandy pool for our turtles. And again, there's a torch there, but that's okay. Oh, this is going to be kind of annoying, actually. I wonder if we could just pick up this dirt and then place this dirt one under where we want the sand to be. And that way we don't have to worry about like the, you know, sand falling on the torches and stuff. That might be the simplest way to do this. Although, is that what I'm doing? No. I would rather just make it way more difficult on myself because I am talking while I'm thinking again. Wait, I just put this all at the wrong level. Oh my goodness, I meant to put this one level lower and I just put it at the wrong level. I am so silly, honestly. I'm just a silly girl in a silly world, you know? All right, let's just go ahead and fix that. Not that high, frogcrafting. Just one block below, and then we will get this all taken care of and put all of our sand in for our little pool. There we go. Oh my goodness. And we want to give this a little bit of a sandy border as well. We don't want it to be completely like grass on the edges, although I mean there can be a little bit of grass. I don't want it to be too grassy on the edges. And this is kind of a cute little shape. I really, really like this. And let's go ahead and start filling this with our water. And let's get a little bit of an infinite source going like that so we can go ahead and fill the entire pool. And then it'll all be fine. I love the color of the water in this shader pack. These are complimentary Unbound shaders. Now, if you guys know me, I am a complimentary shaders girly, although I used to be a BSL girly. I still like BSL, but I just like complimentary a lot more for playing in survival. But I love how blue this water is. It's just so, so gorgeous. Now I do want to quickly check, was there any like sandy dirt or mossy sand that we might have? Oh, there's kelp sand, which kind of looks like moss, but we're going to need a botanist workbench for that, which we can easily make, I think. If I could spell botanist, of course. So we just need a couple of flower pots, easy peasy. And there we go. We've got our little botanist workbench. I think that they changed the model on this. It looks a lot different than I remember it looking, but that's okay. I like the new model, actually. I like the old model too, but wait, that is so cute. I really like this kelp sand. Oh, oops. Don't want all of the torches going away again. But let's go ahead and just kind of sprinkle some of this around. I really like the kelp sand, actually. It kind of has a nice little contrast in between. Oh my gosh, I am doing that thing again. But anyways, it's a nice little contrast in between the grass and the sand. Don't think we have any other kinds of sand, right? Like sandy dirt or something? No, I don't see any. That's alright though. We'll just continue to sprinkle this around our little pond and in our pond as well, because you've got to assume that some of the pond is going to be pretty kelpy and like a little kelp buildup or a little bit of a moss buildup. And maybe we could use some of our copycat slabs to add a little bit of depth over here. Well, not quite the depth I was trying for there. These copycat slabs are sometimes so hard to place, but we can make like little mounds of the sand a little bit. Yeah, I really, really like this shape on that. That is very, very cute. Our turtles are really gonna love that, I think. I really like how it looks on the map as well. And we gotta give them a little bit of something to eat, so we'll go ahead and bone meal the inside, and then I think I still have a couple of frog lights left. Oh, I do, thankfully. I'll have to get some more between episodes, because I think I want to use frog lights in my castle as well a little bit. But I do want to give the pond just a little tiny bit of a light source, you know? Just to make it a little bit magical and mystical for our turtles. And I don't think we have any sea pickles or anything. I don't even think I've seen a coral reef part of our ocean. If I'm looking around on the map here, there's been a lot of places I've visited, but nothing with coral. Well, that's unfortunate, but maybe a wandering trader will stop by or something, and then we'll have a couple of sea pickles and maybe some coral to put in there at some point. But if we go into free cam, that is looking really, really cute. I really like that. I definitely think we're going to do another pond a little bit similar to that inside of the little sanctuary building. But I do need some water before we do that. Oops. I'm so sorry. Please get out of my hand so I can right click with my bucket. Thank you. And all right, I think I'm going to make a little kind of star or sparkle like shape of a pond in here. And you guys have already seen me kind of talk my way through this the first time, so I'll just be quiet unless I have anything interesting to say. Which, I mean, according to me, I never have anything interesting to say, but we'll see how it goes and enjoy the vibes. Okay, I think I'm getting pretty happy with how the shape of this pool is coming out, but I definitely want to remove some of the grass because it's looking a little bit awkward on the edges. And I think just replacing that with some more sand or some more kind of the kelp sand will definitely help. Alright, these last couple of blocks are going to be all that I place in here for now, and then I'm going to come back in and do another round of decorating. Because I think I kind of want to go get the turtles. I don't know why. It's not fully done, but I really want them to be over here with me. But yeah, this is a turtle sanctuary and there are no turtles, so it just is kind of weird because they're like, where are they? They're all over here stacked up in the boat. So I want to go ahead and grab our turtles and I would like to just bring them over to our sanctuary. Now, if you are driving a boat with 87,000 turtles in it, just be careful because you will not be able to see anywhere of where you're going. So, you know, watch out for danger, especially if you're playing one of those mod packs that has like all of those pirate ships with all the pillagers and stuff. Just be careful. Luckily, I know that the seas around my island are pretty safe. Now, how is going to be the best way to do this? Probably going on the river-ish side. Well, that like little... Yeah, this like little kind of river, but it's not really a river. It's like an ocean river. I don't... What's the word for this? This channel? But probably being over here so that I can jump up onto the land and then jump over again is probably going to be the best. Now, let me get rid of all of this stuff in my inventory. And let's go ahead and start taking some turtles. So there we go. We've got a turtle there. And now to just do that 87,000 more times. It's going to be confusing because some parts of this boat you can't really land on. You know what I mean? You have to like be careful because then you'll fall through. Oh no. And I think that turtle stack has escaped. Oh god. Oh god. All right. This is... Operation Get the Turtles in as fast as possible is in effect. I'm not getting worried at all. All the turtles are spinning. I'm so scared. Oh no, they're fine. All right, everyone chill. Okay, this is very comfy, cozy turtle saving with kitty slippers getting hurt because I took fall damage ASMR right now. It's not my intention to actually take damage, by the way. The kitty slippers are just a little bit dramatic, I personally think. Alright, only one turtle left in the boat. I hope the editing version of me has cut this so that you guys didn't have to watch me move every single one of those 87,000 turtles over. But now there are a lot of turtles in here. And hopefully we can just go under and break the boat. You know, I've actually never figured out how to break these boats, and it's kind of concerning. Because they're not taking any damage, but I'm just gonna, you know, I'm going to bring this back over to our dock and then we can fly back because I do not want it here for any more turtles to get stuck in. I hope that no turtles get stuck in this boat anymore after this because there was no reason for all those turtles to be here for so long. And why were they stacked? Who was stacking them? I think it was Blockdown, personally. Home gates. I ran over a fish. I heard myself run over a fish. It's in my inventory. Oh my goodness. Well, at least I didn't run over a turtle, I guess. And I parked that boat worse than Sev's parking job from episode 4, honestly, but you know, that'll do, I think. Also, Sev, if you're watching this, I meant it. All right, let's check in on our turtles. They look so happy. All right, I logged off to go make some tea and now it is daytime. So if you notice the daytime change, it's because I logged out on the roof and yeah, well, it is a server, so it's on all the time, but we're going to go ahead and get back into this with some coarse dirt and mud brick and mud pathway. So I want to go ahead and replace all of our temporary path with the actual path that we're going to be wanting to put in here. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I am obsessed with this mud pathway, and I'm so sad that I'm going to have to go back to making mud by hand in vanilla Minecraft when we're done with this series. It has been so convenient to have a create farm to do it for me, and I really wish that there were better ways to farm mud in vanilla. Although, I mean, like, the redstone machines are probably pretty decent ways. I'm just scared of redstone. Though, to be fair, I used to be a little bit scared of storage systems, and now I completely understand how they work. Maybe I only understand just those. I don't really understand any other redstone, but I'm sure I could learn how to make a mud farm. You know, what's actually so interesting to me, well, maybe not interesting, but I haven't even played with the crafter yet. So I'm going to have to touch up on all of the auto crafting and stuff that I haven't been able to experience yet in my season 2 of hardcore that will be coming. Like, I am so excited to have an auto crafter that like auto crafts iron blocks and melon blocks and stuff, but also to like think about it in more complex ways, like to auto craft a bunch of components. I mean, you can like literally make a factory that just auto crafts all of your spruce components for building. Or if you're a technical person, all of your redstone components. I mean, I don't know. I need one that's just going to make redstone torches because I never have any redstone torches. For some reason, that's the one thing that I am always missing. And let's go ahead and put a little bit of a border over here alongside the pathway. Excuse me. Please move. Go back to the pond. Please move. Oh wait, these ones at the end, they can probably climb up and over the edge there. So they can climb up over there as well. Oh my gosh, why are you so high? Get down from there. Get down from there, you terrible turtle. Oh my gosh. I literally saw in my crafting menu that there was a turtle on top of a tree. Like, what? How are they getting there? I don't know why, but I just felt like turtles might be afraid of heights, but apparently not. Oh, it makes me so happy with all the turtles here, except for that if you are around a lot of turtles in Minecraft, you kind of notice that they have these like weird creepy breaths that they do. I don't know if anyone else has ever realized this or if I play with my game sound too loud, but I'm like a little bit scared of the turtles. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to hide them in the grass. I don't really want to see the turtles that much. We'll just give them a little bit of grass to hide in. That way I don't really know what's making all those sounds. All right, back to pathway work. Now that the turtles are sufficiently hidden from my eyes, I will just think that the grass is rustling and there's not any weird, creepy turtle breath noises going on. I'm not coping, you guys are. All right, and we're gonna bring our pathway right over to the turtle sanctuary building. I don't know if it's just me, but the sound of placing mud, and especially the mud bricks, is so satisfying. Also, I'm so sorry if you guys can hear my puppy playing with his new toy in the background. He is really, really loving that thing. At least he's not squeaking it right now. I think we might as well get the pathway sorted on this whole side over here as well. While we're kind of in the mood to do pathways, we'll go ahead and bring it into this section over here, and then we're going to take it all the way over to the point of the island. See, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know if it's just me that hears that or if my game sounds too loud, but it is just such a creepy noise. And let's go ahead and get that pathway filled that we were working on. And oops, sorry, I meant that to go underneath you, Mr. Turtle. If you guys could just kind of move out of the way, that would be great. But never mind, I'll just go underneath you. All good. I really like this pathway though. As a whole, it is just such a great pathway. It is so, so beautiful. I really need to start using more pathways like this. I feel like I always tend to do like path blocks or like, you know, just coarse dirt. But I really like this one. I also really love a stone pathway, but I'm really glad that I didn't do a stone pathway for the town in this island because it made it just feel a lot warmer, a lot more like lived in. Stone kind of makes things look cold, I think. And plus, I think the castle is going to be out of stone, so I didn't want there to be too much stone. You know, it kind of gives the castle a little bit of a balance to like kind of shine off of, if that makes sense. I do need to experiment more with pathways though, because I do feel like I tend to use the same ones over and over again. All right, and how are we looking? I can't really tell that it's kind of overgrown on the map here. But I need to add some more decorative bits, and I'm kind of unsure what to add because I don't want the turtles to escape. But maybe we could just do some rose bushes. I do love a good little patch of rose bushes. So we'll just do some right here, and then maybe we can do a little bit more kind of back in here. I'm also going to leave most of this island green just for a little bit of contrast because it's not going to be something as paved as the main island. I do wonder if we can get away with putting just a couple of leaves, like maybe one there. Maybe just a little bit right there. Can they reach? Yeah, they could definitely reach from there, but I don't know if they can reach from those other ones. But I do want to go ahead and grab some more of our copycat slabs and maybe try to use a couple of those. Maybe just like 1, 2. I don't know if they can climb over that. I guess we'll have to keep an eye on it and make sure that they don't or they can't. But if they do, I will always just be able to remove these if I want to. Oh, I'm trying to put the wrong block in there. Now, I was going to look for these lanterns, these Sinensite lanterns. I can never say that word. But I need some ingots, which I do believe that I have some of the raw ore and the ingots in my storage. I don't know why it's not showing up in my storage system though. Maybe I unlinked it on accident, but let's go check it. Sorry, I am just looking at my dog really quick because I thought that he was biting the wall, but he is not. I think he's biting his toy. But yeah, okay, so there is Sinensite in there. I don't know why I wasn't finding it, but it doesn't matter. All good. We'll just smelt that up. But yeah, if you guys have a pet or are pet parents or anything, you know that if it's quiet for a moment and you can't see them, it's probably not good. Well, I mean, Dorito's a lot better than he used to be. When he was a puppy, he was wild, but you know, sometimes I just kind of look over, make sure he knows that I'm watching him. And there we go, our ingots are ready, so we can go ahead and start crafting up those lanterns. Now, we'll just drop those in there, and we needed to make one of these lanterns, like the big ones, and then we need to make the small ones from that. Yeah, there we go, perfect. Also, while we're in here, let's go ahead and get some lamp posts. I want to make a couple of extra ones though, and that's not enough. I thought I had more lanterns. Oh, it's stone bricks that I need. Okay, well, the stone brick walls. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, and there's that. We have more of the fences, so this is fine. Now we're out of lanterns, but 55 should be more than enough to light up the whole bit of the island. While we're here, I'm also going to grab some of these chains that were left over from the wizard tower build. who knows, we might end up using those, and we do have our storage terminal on us, so in case we need to grab anything else from storage, we can. So I think we'll add some of these lanterns down hanging in the turtle sanctuary just for a little bit of extra added ambiance on the inside. Now these ones kind of have a little bit of like a yellow glow to them. Can I land? Oh, well, I cannot hang it from that point. No. It is good to know that they do place. Nope, that's not that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't know that they placed on the wall actually. So that is interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and maybe do this. That might make it a little bit easier. We should have just done that from the beginning. And we'll just mine those up with our silk touch pickaxe. And there we go. There's another one. I really, really love how yellow that light is. It is very, very cozy. But I think I also want to cover up a little bit of this on the inside because it kind of looks a tiny bit awkward just going from like the glass to from the bricks to the glass. So maybe if we're able to make a little bit of kind of like a barrier in between where the upper like region is, it'll look a little bit better. I don't know though. I hope that this is gonna look better, but I have no idea. How am I gonna do this? So like trapdoor, trapdoor? Yeah, maybe something like that. Oh, that's kind of nice. Yeah. I can see that working. So trapdoor in the middle and then on the side. And then nope, that was wrong. I need it to be one higher. It's going to be up next to the barrel. There we go. Nope, that was also wrong. I keep putting it in the wrong spot because I want to put it next to the stairs. I don't know why. Yeah, that little border around is much, much better. And while it's still dark out, we should probably try to get some lights. Hey, get in here. How did you get up there? Oh, probably from that stuff over here. Oh gosh. All right, let's go ahead and remove that one. That might be the only one that they can get up on. Have they gotten up over on this other one? No. Yeah, maybe that one they can get up on. I don't know if they can get up on all of these or not. Can they get up on this big one? Oh gosh. Trying to keep these turtles safe is kind of stressing me out, I'm not gonna lie, but I just wanted to put some of these lanterns before it got dark, but now the sun is already rising, so I think we are beyond the point of helping on that, but at least for the next night, it'll be lit up over here. I also really, really love this mod with the lampposts. I am really going to miss this mod too. I know I keep saying that about all the mods, but I'm just getting so like, I don't know, nostalgic in a way and bittersweet. I'm gonna miss modded Minecraft so much. Another turtle trying to escape. Oh my goodness. Yeah, get down. Get down from there. How did you even get up there after I removed all that? Oh my gosh. Please get down. Okay, so this one for sure can no longer be there. You guys better be good. I'm just trying to be a chill guy. Just a chill guy building up the shrine. I meant building up your island, your sanctuary. Nope. Also, nope. Meant to do this. I feel like I always end up hitting a keybind to open my crafting terminal, but I don't actually have a keybind for it. It's supposed to go in your belt slot if you want to use a keybind for it, but I have the double jump in my belt slot, so I can no longer use it, or I cannot use it, I should say. It's not that I can no longer. I couldn't to begin with. Can you not place these on sand? I thought that you could place small drip leaf on sand, but I know for sure that you can place them on moss. So let's go ahead and grab a little bit of moss and get rid of some of this other stuff. And hopefully we can place some of these down. Oh, that's cute. Honestly, small drip leaf are one of those blocks that I almost never use because I always feel like I'm running out of small drip leaf. Even though I obviously know that you can get a bunch from lush caves, I just feel like I never have enough of them. And I don't use them that much, but they are such a cute detail. I love them in ponds. I love them in a little bit of shallow water. I also grabbed some spore blossoms out of my storage, so we're gonna have to add some of those around. I do love a spore blossom moment. Let me just grab a little bit of water there so I can put in our drip leaf. There we go. All right, let's finally get some of those spore blossoms hanging up. So I think we could add a couple here and there. Maybe just like all around the entrances, and then maybe we can put some up in the trees as well, like on the logs that are just under the leaves or just kind of around the leaves, and add some flowers too. I love blue orchids so much. These are some of my favorite flowers in Minecraft, and I love using them, especially when you can grow them in botany pots. And you don't have to like go bone meal the swamp a million times. I think that is something that I want to do next time though. I want to take more time to make more of the farms for the items that I actually want. Like I want a bunch of swamp flower farms and also flower forest flower farms. I need a million tulips. Don't ask why. I just need them. All right, let's get a couple of these benches crafted so we can add some seating for people who come to visit the turtles. We don't have to add too many, just a couple here and there. I don't want this to be like a major tourist attraction for the island, but just for those that are being respectful and visiting, they can have a nice little spot to cozy up to the turtles. Maybe we'll put one right there. I feel like in here is missing something, but I can't really tell you what I think it's actually missing. So instead, I want to go ahead and try to breed our turtles. We can get some turtle eggs. Maybe that'll help a little bit. So there we go. We've got some seagrass. And we've got this turtle here, but are there any other turtles around? There's a turtle there. There we go. You guys are in love mode. Oh, and that guy is also in love mode. All right. I'm so sorry to the first turtle, but these two turtles are now going to be in love. And hopefully they go ahead and lay some eggs. All right, let's see those eggs. Maybe they're a little bit shy? Does it matter that this is not like a real beach? I thought that you could breed turtles no matter what, as long as there was sand. Maybe I'm misremembering that. Why can I not right-click any of these turtles? Hello? Is there like a cooldown? Oh, there we go. I think the grass was in the way. anything going on in here. No, no babies. Huh. If you guys know how to fix this in the comment section, please let me know, because I am very confused about why there are no turtle babies going on. But that being said, let's go ahead and take a step back over here. Let me grab a firework rocket and we'll come up onto the top. Oh, it is so cute over there. I absolutely love this area for our turtles. And from this angle, it also looks really, really good. Although I do see some turtles trying to escape. What the heck? They're on the bench, of course. That's not meant for you. And there's a turtle there trying to escape. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go over and grab them. Oh, and then I still think we also need to do a little bit of mossing and stuff on the roof as well. I almost forgot about that. Slowly, one block at a time, I will remove the decorations that I have placed so that this is a turtle-safe environment. Alright, I have made a little bit of a cut here as I went and got some more bricks. But I do want to go ahead and mossify this roof a little bit. And another turtle is trying to escape. What is going on? They don't like the turtle sanctuary. This is like a turtle prison to them, I guess. But I do want to go ahead and try to mossify our roof a little bit. So we're going to be adding some blue orchids, and we'll also add some moss blocks and some of the mossy bricks as well. And I think this little top bit over here could really do with a little bit more of a point. So a spruce palisade and a fence could be nice, and then maybe some kind of lantern. I do have this Philolux lantern that we got in the Better End mod stuff, and this is kind of cute. Maybe we'll just put that up there. Yeah, it's a little bit different. But alright, let me sort my inventory here, and then I'm going to just chill out and get this roof mossified. Probably won't talk as much during this part because I do want to kind of focus and make sure that everything is looking good. But yeah, I will see you guys shortly in just a few moments. All right, let's pop into free cam. I am really liking how that's looking on the top so far. So let's go ahead and continue in a similar fashion for the rest of the whole roof. All right, coming back in, let's go ahead and take another look into free cam and hopefully get out of the tree. But yeah, that is looking very cute. I actually really like that. I think it's actually the perfect amount of moss. It's not too mossy, but it's also just enough to let you know that it's there. And that is a really cute thumbnail. It looks really balanced. Oh, I love this. And there's still a turtle trying to escape. Oh my goodness. And you know, I think that's a good place to call the island for now, because we can't do the next part until we finish the rest of the island. And I don't want to kind of overdo it and then have to take a bunch of details down later. We still got no turtle eggs. I don't really know what's going on with that, but I really like this place. It's such a vibe. It is so cute. Oh my gosh, there's a turtle. Hello. Please let me save you. How did you get out of the place? Well, I mean, I know that how, but why would you leave? It's so nice there. These turtles don't appreciate anything that I have done for them in this entire video. And you know what? I'm starting to not appreciate these turtles. No, I'm just kidding. I love them. I do think I am going to remove a little bit more over here though, because I think that they are climbing up on this. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. They should be fine with just that, I hope. Although he is trying again, so maybe that does mean he can pathfind that way. I don't know. I've done my best for these turtles. I don't know what else I can do for them. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for today's long play. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at everything that we've done today. We built up a beautiful little sanctuary for them with a brick and glass building, added a bunch of flowers for decorative ambiance, and also gave them some walls for protection. Although, how did you get over here? Oh my goodness. These turtles are going to be the end of me, I'm sure. In any case though, guys, thank you guys so much for being here today and taking some time to spend with me on this silly little turtle sanctuary journey. I'll catch you guys in the next video, whenever that might be. And until then, bye-bye!